What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JBsports back again with another one. 2024 NFL Draft. Top 10, top 15. How many quarterbacks will go in the top 15? We have at least 5 to 6 quarterback needy teams that'll be picking in the top 15. Now the number one pick, which the Chicago Bears have, they will select Caleb Williams out of University of Southern California. He's been compared to Patrick Mahomes. I don't know about all that. I don't think he's the next Patrick Mahomes. There's only one Patrick Mahomes, but I do think he has the potential to be an upper echelon quarterback. Number 2, Washington Commanders. Still can't get used to that last name, Commanders. Washington Redskins, Washington Commanders. Seems like they could have came up with a better last name. That's neither here nor there. They gonna take Heisman Trophy winner and quarterback out of LSU, Jaden Daniels, who's been compared to Lamar Jackson. And just like comparing Caleb Williams to Patrick Mahomes, when all these NFL analysts and prognosticators compare Jaden Daniels to Lamar Jackson, I just don't see it. I think Jaden Daniels is going to be an excellent quarterback because he's a dual threat quarterback. But to compare him to Lamar Jackson, a guy that with the skill set that he possesses, we ain't seen since Michael Vick. He's a better thrower of the ball than Michael Vick ever was. That's a lofty comparison to compare JD to Lamar Jackson. But I do believe he's got the potential to be upper echelon quarterback as well. Number 3 pick, that's when it's going to get intriguing. That's when we're going to find out a lot of things. That's when the dominoes going to fall. And teams like the Raiders, the Vikings, the Broncos, the Giants, teams that's picking after the New England Patriots at number 3, that's when they're going to be able to lay the foundation on who they will select at the quarterback position. But those are teams that could very well select a quarterback with their number 1 pick. It's not a guarantee that they will select a quarterback, but it's a good chance that those teams will select. Well, I ain't gonna say all those teams, but the majority of those teams will select a quarterback with their number 1 pick. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. And I'm gonna reveal a dark horse team that many people ain't talking about that could select a quarterback too inside that top 15. And I'll let you know that later on in this video. But as far as the Patriots go, a New England Patriots insider is saying that they will select Michigan quarterback JJ McCarthy. Now that will be a surprise pick at number 3. All the mock drafts so far have not had him going that high. Many people was thinking that the Patriots would take North Carolina Tar Heels quarterback Drake May, whose stock seems to be falling. He's a guy that was compared to Justin Herbert. He's been compared to Josh Allen. So for him to not even be the number 3 quarterback off the board would be a very, very surprising move. But that's what the New England Patriots insider is saying, that JJ McCarthy could go number 3, not Drake May. Now, if that is indeed the case, where would Drake May go? Well, the next quarterback needy team is the New York Giants. But it's just a problem that the Giants are going to have to solve because they are already paying their starting quarterback $40+ million, and their starting quarterback is a middle-of-the-road quarterback. Daniel Jones, who had a breakout year, but it was all predicated on having one of the best running backs in the game. Saquon Barkley opened up things for him. He was able to have a solid year, not a great year, and he was able to catapult that into a $40+ million a year contract. So will the Giants bite the bullet on that contract and select Drake May, who in some people's opinion is a franchise level quarterback? So we will see what happens and we will see what transpires. But Drake May definitely could be the next quarterback off the board, or he might not be. It could be Michael Penix, it could be Bo Nix. But whatever the Giants do at 6, it's going to be a domino effect for the Minnesota Vikings at 11. The New York Jets, that's my dark horse team at 10. Yes, the New York Jets, the team that currently has Aaron Rodgers as their quarterback. They could take a quarterback of the future at number 10. So we will see what happens. And we will see what transpires. NFL draft is coming up. A lot of names that are being speculated to go to different teams, and we just got to see how it all plays out August 25th and even August 26th, which will produce round 2. Because some of these quarterbacks, especially Bo Nix and Michael Penix, I don't think they're going to slide to the second round, but they could slide to the second round. We will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. Another team that's going to be picking a little later on in the first round, the Miami Dolphins. I think it's not out of the realm of possibility they could draft a quarterback. Now, a lot of people say, wait a minute, didn't Tua have his best year? Wasn't Tua a top 5 MVP candidate? Yeah, Tua is the same guy that can't play in the cold weather. Tua is one of the guys that has one of the weakest arms in the NFL. So I don't see a scenario. I can see a scenario where the Miami Dolphins draft a quarterback with their first round pick, and Michael Penix would be high on their wish list, in my opinion. He throws a great deep ball. They have 2 of the greatest deep threats in the NFL today, and Tyreek Hill and Jason Waddle. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires, but it's all predicated on what happens at number 3 with the New England Patriots and what happens at number 6 with the New York Giants. I can see the Jets looking at a quarterback of the future. Now, they run the West Coast offense. I think that offense is tailor-made for Bo Nix, so you can see him maybe going to the Jets at 10. Jets need offensive line help, so I think at the end of the day, they probably look to improve the offensive line. I think that'll be the route they go, but you just never know. Or maybe they go tight end with Bowers out of Georgia being the best tight end prospect in a long time. Maybe they go with Bowers. And then when you look at the Vikings at number 11, they have the number 11 pick and the number 23rd pick they acquired from the Houston Texans as the Texans moved down to 2 second-round picks. And they don't have a first-round pick in this year's draft. A lot of people think that they're going to use those picks to move up, but I think they would have to also add a pick of the future. I don't think 11 and 23 going to get them in the top 5. I think they have to do like 11 and 23 in the next year's one, and I think that would probably get them in the top 5. But I think the Minnesota Vikings are going to stay where they at, man. I believe their coach believes that he has a quarterback-friendly offense, and I think he believes several of these prospects that's outside of the top 2 in Caleb Williams and Jay Daniels can run their offense and run their offense successfully. So I can see them just sitting pack, and whatever quarterback is left, Bo Nix or Penix, taking one of those 2 guys at pick number 11 and then using pick number 23 to get an impact player maybe on the defensive side of the ball. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. But I can see the Giants taking May at 6. Say the Giants don't take May at 6. He don't say the Jets will consider him at 10. I think they probably pass on him. Don't want to hurt Aaron Rodgers' feeling. I can see the Minnesota Vikings deciding between Drake May and Bo Nix. Those 2 guys probably fit the offense best, and they probably will go with Drake May being a quarterback that has a high ceiling. But Bo Nix probably be a quarterback that can probably play sooner than Drake May. But with them having the quarterback Sam Darnold on a 1-year deal, they probably can afford to sit Drake May for 1 year and let Darnold run the team and then get him ready to start in 2025. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. Say they take Drake May, Minnesota at 11. Then you got the Broncos at 12 deciding between Bo Nix and Michael Penix. They take Bo Nix. I think he's a better fit for their offense as their coach. They coached Drew Brees. And Bo Nix has been compared to Drew Brees. So I think that'll be a good fit for the Denver Broncos offense that is run by head coach Sean Payton. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. And the next quarterback needed team would then be the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins going to be picking in the 20s. I can see them maybe taking a Michael Penix, man. I think he fits the offense well. Now, they run that San Francisco 49ers offense, which is an offense that uses the middle of the field. Penix will have to get better at that. But, again, they have 2 deep threats in Tyreek Hill and Jason Waddle. I think they probably would like to pair those 2 with Penix, who is the best deep thrower in this year's draft, the most accurate deep thrower in this year's draft. So 5 quarterbacks, in my opinion, have a great chance to go in the first round. And again, the Patriots seem to be favoring JJ McCarthy over Drake May, and Drake May could be this year's Aaron Rodgers. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. Now, the Patriots are in a division where they're going to have to deal with Aaron Rodgers with the Jets, Josh Allen with the Bills, and Tua Tagovailoa with the Dolphins. So they definitely need to get them a quarterback so they can groom and grow, so they are able to compete in the AFC East. And it'll be a very, very interesting and wide open division next year, as the Buffalo Bills have accrued several losses. The Miami Dolphins have accrued several losses. And the Patriots are a team that is rebuilding. And the New York Jets are a team that has a question mark, as they'll be starting a 40-year-old quarterback coming off an Achilles injury. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. But a very, very interesting draft coming up, and we'll see how it all plays out. Follow me on Facebook, JB Sports. Like, share, and subscribe to JB Sports. The man, the myth, the legend. And I holla.